Hey, what's up guys? Hope you're having a great day. Pippi_362 and today we are going to be doing a reaction to sugar-free gummy bears, except there's a catch, because I've already done this on my channel, video right here, and just to say, you guys are loving it, thanks for all the support, and I got a comment on it, to do a part 2 and to react to a specific one that was sent to me. Now, shout out to the person that, sent this to me. Name on screen because I don't have it in front of me, sorry about that. That and I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. That as well. If you want to shout out, make sure to join the Discord and make sure to show your support by subscribing and liking the video. But without any further ado, plugs aside, thank you for suggesting this to me and let's just see what it entails. So, let's get straight into the video. Roll the intro! Okay, customer review 1 star, right? Since this is a public thing that's online, I'm not gonna blur this because it's fine. Anyone could view it anyway, so that's fine. Here's the sugar-free gummy bears. You can see a lot of people are rating it 5 stars. I don't think so. As you can see in the last video I did, link on the end screen. Alright, but hell holds no surprises for me anymore. Okay, that's the name of it. This was in the United States in 2016. So, I think we should just start reading this. If you guys can't really read that, small text, get some glasses. But anyway, I'm sorry guys. Alright, let's go. This is a cautionary tale and unlike I forgot guys, they just, how long is this? God, no, oh, come on. Oh, bro. The entire video is just going to be me reading this one thing, but it's going to take the same amount of time as the last video, because I read, like, multiple stories. This one's going to take forever, I swear. But anyway, as I was saying, they're really good storytellers, because they just keep on yapping for no reason. Because, I don't know, this is a cautionary tale. I mean, I think we could... so I think we could, I don't know, what's the word, figure that out from the title, but anyway, I think I'm just wasting too much time. Just quickly get into this and I'll do my reactions to it. Alright, this is a cautionary tale, and unlike most of the other reviews on this product, what do you mean unlike? I swear most of them are still negative. This is a true story. Oh, so some of them are fake. Oh, come on, bro. Nah, I'm just gonna pretend like you didn't say that. And this is a true story, and its authenticity can... What do you mean extension is blocked? I don't care about Tetris. I'm trying to read gummy bear reviews and guys yapping about Tetris. Its authenticity can be qualified by a small news item that appeared in the Gummy Bears local news section during the month of April in 2013. Much to my... we need the glasses again. Okay. Anyway, oh crap. No, don't break the glasses. That could have been bad. I've broken one too many glasses. And by that I just mean one. Which is one too many. I don't know what I'm saying. What is this word? Alright, let's search it up. Thank you, Google. Annoyance or distress? Okay, much to my annoyance. Okay. You sound like a USB port, much to your charging. But like, bro, just, okay. I would consider myself a, oh come on, Peruvian man. That's one hell of a word right there. What does it even mean? If I have to do this every 2 seconds, I'm ending the video. Acting to show that you care. I would consider myself a careful person. I feel like that's what you could have said. Not given to bounce of... Oh, come on. What in the old English is this? Not given to bounce or outspokenness or craving attention, and certainly not one to rock the boat. This is about gummy bears, not fishing. Why you on a boat? On any given day, I'm going to try and read this slowly because I'm probably not going to understand it if, flipping words like this exist. On any given day, I can be found reading a crime novel. Understandable. On a park bench. Oh, come on, OBS. What? In the middle of the city, soaking in... Oh, God, what is that? Opulence. Mass noun. That's not how you pronounce it. Great wealth. Soaking in wealth. Of nature. Okay, wealth of nature. Okay, pretty respectable. While nibbling on my tuna fish sandwiches and fending off voracrious gulls. What? And squirrels that threaten to spoil my repose. What in the world? State of rest? How are you sleeping if you're eating a tuna sandwich and listening to a crime novel? No, reading a crime novel, because it's, you know, an actual book, right? He says reading. What the hell? This is me, Laura. Stop searching up things. This is me, law-abiding and introspective, which is why it came to me as a shock when I found myself it's incarcerated. I know that one. Let's go. Because of the devil's confectionery, Satan's sweet meat, Lucifer's what is he yapping about? The horror that is known as the Haribo sugar-free gummy bears. Okay. So it's just like the other reviews, ain't it? I'll set the scene. Okay. Nice. It was a late winter / early spring in Toronto. Is that a fruit? Nope, it's the capital of another word I don't know. The city had just been digging itself out from a late season snowstorm. I wish it snowed in Australia, not gonna lie. Pretty sick. I was headed to Pearson International Airport for a red-eye flight. Red-eye flight? What is that? Energy drink? To Amsterdam in order to give the Dutch arm of our what the flip is that? Of our company some training on the new software. Bro, just join a Zoom call, okay? Join a get on Skype. Okay, when was this made? 2016. Bro had Skype, right? We had Skype back then. Get on Skype. You don't need to fly to just give him some training. I'm sure you can do that. The new software had been installed. I'm deliberately being vague to prevent my place of work from being linked. Just don't talk about your work. Just say you had to catch a flight for work. Leave it at that. Not give me extra details, but then say you're leaving out details. That's what you call retarded. I had just finished packing, checking the... Packing! I thought you were already on the... Okay, you know what? No. Okay, so set the scene. He's talking about something irrelevant for some reason. Where is it? He's talking about flipping crime novels, wherever it was, and now he's going on a flight. How does that well, guess we'll find out. I had just finished packing for the flight, I think. Checked the time and found I was running late. You better start running, fella, if you want to do it. My flight was at 7:10 p.m. I didn't know flights could be then. I thought they were just all in the morning. I've never gotten an afternoon flight. And it was now almost 5 p.m. I mean, that's fine. It takes like an hour to get to the airport. Then you go through... I mean, you can still make it. That's fine. That's fine. You don't want to sit in reception for 30 minutes. I ran out to the car and threw my bags in the trunk, hitting the gas a little harder than usual in my haste. Why is it everyone speeding in these videos, man? Like... Sure, you're running late, but you can't make other people have to pay for that. You can't. Stop speeding. That's not allowed. To make it to the long-term parking lot as soon as possible. Or trying to find parking in an airport. I don't know myself if that's I don't know if that's hard or not. I usually get dropped off, but luckily traffic was light on the 4. What the hell is the 401? What is this? It's gonna. Yeah, this guy's definitely in the Matrix. And I made it to the airport in record time. What, like 1 minute? Right? Because I feel like if someone lives right next to the airport, they could make it over in like, you know, maybe just a minute. So record time would mean he beats everyone else's time that's ever gone to the airport from home. So you know what? Good for him. But knew my chances of making the flight were still at risk. Well, then you didn't make it in record time. You made it late still. If I didn't use my time wisely, well, writing this instead of, you know, catching your flight is... No, I'm kidding. He wrote it after. I haven't eaten since lunch and he's going to pick up the gummy bears. Right. What is it? And I was feeling a bit hungry, my stomach rumbling loud in protestation. I'm sorry, I'm not a professor. An emphatic declaration in response to doubt or accusation. I said this in the last video. If you can use simpler words to say what you're saying, then use those. Because, what is it? Stomach rumbling loudly in protestation. Just say you're hungry. Just say you're hungry, man. Like, it's not that complicated. You're not flippin' William Shakespeare with your flippin' words, man. Bro's about to say, doth thine stomach was very upsetteth, or something like, come on, man. Just, okay, I haven't eaten since lunch, so you were feeling a bit hungry. End it there. None of that, bro. Delete that from the which caused me to look around at the other travelers rushing past me in the busy terminal. So you're hungry and you start thinking about looking at all the other people there. This guy is a cannibal. No thanks. Mortified that my bodily noises might be heard by others. What's the worst that's gonna happen? Someone gives you a snack bar because they know you're hungry? That flippin', what is he? I mean, that's worse than the fart one from the last video where the guy tried to not fart on a plane. Bro, that's like me having a headache and then not going to a party not because the headache is going to, you know, make it a worse time. No, that's because I think that people are going to hear the headache. Like, that makes no sense. So, like, what does he mean by he doesn't want to be heard by others if he's hungry? They'll give you food. That's, what? Like, come on, man. You briskly checked your watch, and I don't know why I'm doing it in non-first person now. Sorry, what? I don't know what this is anymore. I've said it too much. Energetic. Yeah, I know. My brain's just gapped on that. You quickly checked your watch and decided you had enough spare time. No, you didn't have enough spare time if you were running late and you got to the airport late. Your first thought is, you know what, I'm gonna go quickly get a snack. Nuh-uh, bro. The snacks on the plane, right? That's the first thing they hand out, right? All those complimentary peanuts, you know, some items may contain peanuts. That's a joke from a show, if you guys don't know. Spotted a vending machine. Really, you can't just quickly run into a store, take a chip, go to the counter, press that, you know. No, you have to go fiddle with the vending machine, which arguably would take, I don't know, more time. But I don't know. I don't use vending machines that much. They're overpriced anyway, so I think just quickly going to a closer store would be better, but I'm not this guy. Alright. Low traffic corner. Okay, yep. He pulled out his credit card and it got stolen. Nah, I'm just kidding. And mentally assessing what he was craving for. You were craving for food, bro, because you're hungry. I don't understand cravings. If you're hungry, eat. Like, bro's like, I want, I don't know, pasta, because it's my favorite food, so I'm just gonna say that. If I want pasta, I'd be like, when am I getting pasta? I'll get it then. Okay, cool. Better than not getting it at all, or better than wasting twice as much time, you know, until I get the pasta. So, like, I don't understand cravings. It's just like me wanting to eat all this. I have an entire bowl of chocolate on my desk and I'm not eating it. You know why? Because I'm like, well, I'll eat it on the weekend, not now. Okay, you know what? Cravings don't work for me. I'm just unique. Alright, let's keep going. He was, you know, yearning for some flipping gummy bears, man. What is it? Yeah. I'm not gonna read the whole thing if it's gonna take this long. Scanned the colourful array of confection quickly. See, flippin', what is it? Isaac Newton of the English language here, for some reason. Bro, William Shakespeare again, respectfully. Coming to rest on a what the flip is a tantalizing flippin' rainbow-coloured bag of gummy bears with a simple white and red logo, Haribo, emblazoned across. What? Just say you took some gummy bears out of the vending machine and you can get rid of like flipping half of this text, okay? Not gonna lie. Alright? Tweaked with a slightly tweaked Helvetica. You do not need to talk about the tweaked font and the color of the packet. It's right here. Brother. Bro is stupid. Okay, I'm sorry. I take that back. I can't be insulting people, otherwise I'll get in trouble. But like, you know, don't talk about the font when you're talking about gummy bears. Like, you know, half of this is just you using overly excessive language for no reason, and then you just, you know, describe the bag when you could just Google it, right? Like, I don't think we read a funny review to, you know what the gummy bears look like, not gonna lie. Now I'd pause here to hold. Don't put a pause in the story. Moment to _ Pippi _ the importance of making proper choices. I was hungry. When you're hungry, you should eat food. Food is defined as a nutrition. All right, let me check. Food definition. A nutritious substance. Wait, we're gonna put this side by side. Where is it? Okay, here we go. We got food definition. All right, can we just like zoom in to the food bit here? All right, let's see, and then shorten it down. What are you doing? Shorten it down a bit. Bam, scroll, bam. Alright, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's see if he's right. Food is defined as a nutritious substance that people consume to maintain life. Any nutritious substance that people or animals eat or drink, or that plants absorb in any order to maintain life and growth. Okay, guess he was right. You know, that's the first thing he's gotten right in this video so far, not gonna lie. Why is it so dusty? You know, he's putting a pause in the story, might as well put a pause in the video. Alright, we have got a fully, we got a, what is it, deck of cards, taking out the 2 jokers. You guys will be able to see the cards, you can see they're in order, aren't they? Yeah, they're in order. Right, it goes diamonds, and then once it goes down, ace is 1, by the way, and then it goes to clovers. I'm calling them clovers, I don't care. It goes to hearts, and then at the very end, it's, was it this one? Is it, I think maybe, is that spades? Okay, now, I'm going to randomly pick I'm going to randomly, like, you know, just slot this out. Where I'm going to hold it like this. You guys can see what that looks like. I cannot. I'm going to pick a card, and I think it's going to be the black 2 or a red 8. Okay, black 2 or red 8. What is it? What is it? What is it? Ooh, red 9. That was close. I was 1 away. I was 1 away. I was literally 1 card away from getting it right, guys. You know, and I've spilt all the cards on my desk, but, you know, I mean, no, not on the desk, on the floor. Let me clean that up. Anyway, since I was 1 card away from getting it right, because I said red 8 and it was red 9, I think you guys deserve a prize. So, somewhere in this video, there is a word written down, and you've probably already seen it. But if not, you are going to find it and comment it in the description. No, not in the description, in the comment section. And whoever gets it right will get a pinned comment. You know, so, you know, if you find the word, first person to find the word, write it in chat, and then have a message for me to leave in chat. Make sure it's appropriate, and I'll pin it, right? If I don't pin it, and you were first, that's because your message was not one that I wanted to be pinned. So, yeah, get lost. Nah, I'm just kidding. Alright, let's go, let's go, let's go. You put a break in the thing. Alright, so he should have eaten proper food, not any... oh, come on. What is it? Oh, bro, he keeps expanding the definition. Okay. This is what food is. These days, the definition of the word food has been bastardized, and the meaning is has been broadened to include veritable what? Any material that can be digested or other chewed. No. There's a difference between food and candy. Gummy bears are not food. I mean, they're candy, and if you ask someone, is candy food? They may be like, well, it's not proper food, but it is food. So, I don't know. I'm gonna disagree with you there. They aren't even from this planet. That's not even true. They were made on Earth. I imagine their organs being conceived in a boardroom in hell. Oh, he's making a joke saying they're from hell. Anyway, I'm not going to read all that. Creative plan and pain administrative something with senior level demons rubbing the... okay, I'm not reading that. The point here is he's still yapping. Bro's done flipping. What is it? Bro's paused his story for 12 paragraphs. Okay. Point is, I made a very ×3 poor choice. I pushed the button and the vending machine ejected the brightly colored bag into my awaiting hand. You are very goofy. Any person would take a pack of chips, bro. Take it if you're hungry. You get some chips from the vending machine, right? I would have gone and gotten something from the, like, an actual store, not a vending machine. And if it's a vending machine, it's probably got a drink. You probably got a drink too. Had it with cola. They probably exploded, and he's, you know, tweeting this from, I don't know, flipping Valhalla, or I don't know. I'm gonna cut and only read the important bits. Okay, so all the passenger. Ow, I bit my tongue mid-sentence. That's never happened. Alright, so all the passengers for his flight had been checked through as the flight was scheduled to depart in an hour. Nice. He checked his watch, and he was, what is it? Oh, he was absent. Bro, he checked his watch again, became sad, and started to eat the Haribo sugar-free gummy bears. That's not my definition of, you know, being unsad, but, you know, he began to munch on them as the line slowly advanced. You just said everyone checked through as the flight was, you know, scheduled to depart in an hour, so what line are you in? You said everyone was gone! To be fair, they tasted fine. I mean, I think it's what happens after. The taste, you know, tastes okay. Like any Like, just like every other manufacturer's brand of colorful candy, and they were sugar-free to boot. That bro is not in the 18th century. No one says to boot anymore, I don't think. This is what made the whole incident that followed so baffling. If they tasted awful and different, he wouldn't have eaten them. Fair enough. As I gave the attendant your e-ticket. What do you mean online ticket? Flipping Zoom call? What do you mean what e-ticket? What's that? Just no, search up e-ticket. Do that. Yeah. No. Search up e-ticket. Look that up. What is it? A right to travel or attend an event that is recorded electronically. Come on, bro. Y'all can't get a physical thing anymore? And she weighed your bags, obviously. That's what you do. The first of the pains began in my stomach. I would just think it's hungry, right? Thought nothing of it for stroke. I thought nothing of it at first, chalking it up to the fact that I needed something more substantial than gummy worms. Gummy worms, I thought they said gummy bears. Bro's lying again. To tackle my hunger. I mean, that's what I said. But over the course of the next 5 minutes, the shooting pain began to come more. Oh, it was more rapid. Okay. At this point, I had my boarding pass printed and. You were not reading that. I proceeded to security. Bro's gonna x-ray you, and the gummy bears had flipping uranium in them. That's a lot of calories in uranium, by the way. I briefly entertained the thought of them trying to find a reason to... stroke again. I briefly entertained the thought of trying to find a restroom before going through security. But at that point, my discomfort was manageable. I know it's manageable, but just go with it. Able. No. Manageable. Flippin' French. I didn't think that it was gonna get any worse. Certainly not within the amount of time it would take to clear security. Security takes a while. Security is an art. It cannot be rushed. That's another show joke. You guys, subscribe. I joined the line and started fishing for my passport. Talking about fishing again. Remember that from the start of the video 30 minutes ago? Damn. I presented it to the checking agent, alright? Felt a thin sheen of sweat break out from my forehead and under. Bro could have just said he was sweating in panic, right? Most of it. What? And my features flushed for a moment as a wave of heat rushed over me. What? I didn't pay it much heed as a... Bro is yapping! Okay, let me summarize this for you. So, bro was in agonizing pain, and, you know, he was, we're not gonna talk about what he's doing. And, he focused again, and he tried to pull himself together, and he did not want to poo himself in the airport. Alright, that's, you know, summarized all of this, you know, for like flipping 1 second. Alright. And where is it? Oh, this one. As I fumbled off my belt, what are we reading? I mean, bro, to go through the metal detector. What do? You take off your belt, you just hold up your pants like a flipping idiot when you're going through. That is the funniest thing ever. Like, you can't just, like, not do that where it doesn't detect the belt metal, where it's like, oh, there's metal in the belt. How about you don't detect that or something? Like, I don't know, I feel like there should be a way to just ignore that, but anyway. Or when they had like the little metal thingy, when he goes through, and since it's the belt that triggers the they get the metal thing and they go, and then they find it's just the belt, and then, you know, that's like, yep, it's all clear. They say try and like fiddle with the belt or something and like make sure that it's not hiding anything, but I think just taking off your pants is not a good idea. Alright, the pain increased and he practically had to sit on the floor to take his shoes off. Oh, what? Anything? Wait. Terrified of what would happen if I bent at the middle to do it. You're thinking you're gonna put yourself like a flippin' croissant. Okay, let me swap cameras. Alright, so, let me get this straight. He didn't want to take... My head's gone. He didn't want to take off his shoes like this because he think he's gonna poo himself like that, but going like this in prime position is not going to... Yeah, he's kind of stupid, not gonna lie. He literally sat down in the position for the... No, I refuse. This is fake. Oh, I just spotted it. The Sphinx from part 1 is back. What is that? The muscles. I don't care. No, this was something much worse. As a child, I yearned for the mines. Minecraft reference. I had a bad bout of that one after a trip to Mexico. Of course, it was Mexico with my family. I remember. Listen, if you're not from Mexico, don't eat Mexican food. Like, come on, man. You know, like, just eat the food from that you're supposed to, okay? Like, I don't understand all this, like, culture mix it. No. You're not meant to, okay? Y'all not from one of them uncontacted tribes, so don't go eating the food they're eating, because I guarantee you get sick. And you might be like, well, that's just because it's an uncontacted tribe. But just imagine this. Go some place that's equally far away that has completely different food, and it's the same thing. You probably not have a good time with it, even if it's yummy. Like, just stick to your flipping beans, bro. Like, I don't know. Where's he from? Does it tell me? Does it put a pin in it? Where's he from? Let me search him up. I don't think I can, but you know, we'll find out. Anyway, so he just had flashbacks to when he pooed himself or something, and he was on the toilet for like an hour until he didn't have any bones left. Fair enough. We've all done that. Maybe. Several key differences. The pain was worse. The sense of impending movement was. I'm just gonna skip it so then I don't get, you know, age restricted or something for saying all these poo jokes. But I think it's okay. It was so unformidable. It gave me temporary amnesia. Bro forgot what he was doing. Probably missed his flight, and he stopped himself from exploding. You know, fair enough. A sudden shot. No, I'm saying it. Okay, so let me just explain what I just said. I said it wrong, and then I said the thing that I was trying to say wrong. Like, I said a sudden shock instead of a sudden shock, and then when I tried to tell you that I said it as a sudden, like, shock, I said a sudden shock. What? A sudden shock of pain racked my body, and I half wondered if I was going to... bro is not going to give birth to a Tasmanian devil in the airport. The crazy fever-induced image of said cartoon animal chasing Bugs Bunny through... A cartoon Tasmanian devil chasing a bunny rabbit through a splashy volcanic kettle. Don't know what he's censoring there. We probably don't want to know. That was his stomach. His stomach is Looney Tunes. 40 minutes in, and we've got most of it left. Oh, we're actually really close. We've done like half. Wait, let's go. Let's keep it moving. How long was part 1? Hold on. I think I have ADHD. How long was part 1? 50 minutes. Alright, and if it's 30 more minutes, it's gonna be longer than part 1 at this point. Come on, where did we put the pin in? Bro! The security agent on the other side of the detector shot a quick glance over to her co-worker, who narrowed his eyes and made a subtle movement towards his holster. This sounds wrong, but I'm gonna keep reading. My breathing became only... what does it mean? This is out of context. I entered the metal detector and realized with alarm that I had what? You realized with the alarm, I think he meant to say, because he realized with alarm, that he realized, and then there was an alarm, that he'd taken off his socks without even registering. How do you accidentally take off your socks? How do you do that? What? How? And one of my shirt tails was what the hell is a shirt tail? Why do your shirts have tails? Flippin', what? Was untucked at the front. Flippin', not a tail if it's at the front. That's something else. My stomach began to elicit... What? What does that even mean? Like it. Is that... what? Illegal, unlawful, that's not good. His stomach began to make illegal sounds that could only be described as otherworldly. That's genius. That's the funniest thing I've ever read. It started off as a short bubbling sound heard from afar.
My name is Jamar. I come from afar.
Far and grew in pitch and intensity. Oh, okay, so it grew in pitch and intensity. I thought he was saying it grew in pitch and intensely. It's like I thought he was about to say something after. Okay, I was a bit confusing myself at this point. And at an alarming rate, my jaw dropped in shock as what I can only describe as the sounds of agonized, wailing alley cat in heat with a persistent Doppler effect added to its voice emitted from some nether region of my intestine. What is he yapping about? That's the most in-depth description anyone's ever given on a Haribo Gummy Bears review, not gonna lie. The officer's eyes widened in alarm. He had x-ray vision when the guy was about to poo himself. And she kept her eyes glued to my stomach as she knew. She thoroughly patted me down as she reached for your shin. Oh, because you don't have socks, right? Because you took them off. Where'd you put your... What? Where'd you put them? Did you just lose them? And plummeted towards your... With cat-like reflexes, I squeezed... Oh, he squeezed it shut. He was very tense. And nanoseconds to spare. And I knew that if I didn't get to the bathroom immediately, he'd, himself. With a... Not gonna, try and pronounce this one. Just kidding. Hiakalaian. Why don't we keep the glasses on my head? In case we have another word that I can't read. Let's go! And all of the strength that I could mustered, obviously, I'm forced... Oh, come on. Okay. He walked like a disheveled, barefoot, 40-year-old businessman, red-faced, in bulgy eyes, sweating profusely, shaking slightly, and walking out, bending his knees with single-minded intensity. That is crazy, and that is also another great description. I grabbed my carry-on shoes and socks from outside the plastic tub. Are your socks metal? Or electronic? Bro's got flipping Tron socks. For the, what is it, the scan, so we put them in the machine. That's a scam. It had passed x-ray inspection. Well, I'd hope your socks pass x-ray inspection, man. And without putting anything back on, you didn't even put his belt back on. I mean, he's about to go to the toilet, so fair enough. I turned on my heels. I thought you just said you didn't put your shoes on. How are you turning on your heel? Oh, like the heel of your foot, not the, like, heel of your shoe. Okay. Misinput, with the intention of finding the nearest restroom. You're not trying to have a sleep, man. It's a sleep room, like a rest. I don't know why it's called restroom. You're not resting. And slowly dying there. What? Oh, God. What is that? I'm not reading that. I turned to go and found myself staring at... Oh, it's... Yo, guys, wait, look at the time. It's 1, 2, 3 o'clock. Wait, I need to screenshot it at 1, 2, 3 and 45 seconds. It's gonna be epic. Wait, okay, let me try and read. Okay, we have 20 seconds. Forcefully staring at the 3 armed agents who stopped me and asked if I would follow them. What's the matter? I stammered. Oh, the agent! Flippin', he's lying. No way agents from the FBI or something are trying to stop. Border security is trying to stop him from taking a poo, man. Alright, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go. Yo, that's a moment in history. Okay, let's go. What's the matter? I stammered. Was it wincing slightly? As the act of speech seemed to strain the tenuous and extremely fragile, I'm saying it like that, sue me, truce I had negotiated between my bowels and the tempest that raged within. What? What in the Temple Run is that, man? Violent windstorm. Oh, like tidal tempest zone from Sonic CD. Which is why there's so much wind in the level, it makes so much sense. I have to go to the bathroom right now, I pleaded. Just follow us, please, they said, leaving new room for an argument. I would just run into the bathroom, I don't care. You can explain the story after, right? You can get them to smell it if you have to. The other travelers clearing the security check stared with curiosity and revulsion at the spectacle unfolding before them. I whimpered amongst them. No, they whimpering amongst themselves and hurrying to pack up their belongings and get as far away from me as possible. No doubt, assuming that the airport had nabbed some domestic terrorist. I mean, didn't you say in like the last paragraph that you were exploding. So, you know, fair enough. If they hadn't been feverishly trying to hold back the eruption of Mount Vesuvius, I likely would have died of shame. Okay. I felt that my legs would give way. Bro's about to give birth to flipping Mount Vesuvius for some reason from Pompeii. I marveled at how strong the human will could be. Marveled at what was essentially patching a hole in the Hoover Dam with bubblegum. Did he shove some in there? Like, what is he? What? I could actually be sustained indefinitely. Maybe I would make it through this ordeal. So is he actually thinking about just shoving some? What? Absolutely necessary functions. Breathing, ability to walk. Oh, he closed off. How did I miss an entire paragraph? What? The room they brought me into was an examination room. I had pretty much stopped registering details of my environment as my consciousness closed off all but the absolute necessary functions. Okay, and then all that. I snapped back to reality when I heard the snap of rubber. Oh no, that's not good. I'm trying to find something that could make that sound. The slow dawning of realization put my agony and stoic resolve as I turned to face an agent donning rubber gloves. What is he doing? He's about to give you an exam, right, or something? Just what? Sir, we are going to perform a cavity search on you. Huh? I thought he passed inspection. What's a cavity search? Like he sticks his fingers in his teeth, checks for cavities. What? A young, fresh-faced agent started in a firm but emotionless voice. Stated. His short-cropped blonde hair was immaculate. Bro, stop describing people and just get to the story. Keep on. You know, if I'm telling a story, everyone would be I'll say that again. If I was telling the story, everyone would have left the room in the first paragraph because I do not need to add that many details in, okay? Are you doing it for fun? This surely wasn't fun to write. Like, come on, man, like... I know it's funny, but the English language part is really throwing me off. Is he an actor? Is this some sort of elaborate practical joke to amuse bored kids watching YouTube? He didn't consent to it, so obviously not. He must have taken my tortured silence for resistance because he looked at me really sharply and said, "Lower your pants." Whoa, what the? Whoa, 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 whoa. Read that at your own risk. Panic started to grip me in its icy grasp with a sudden adrenaline threatened to destroy my... Okay. Yeah, just run to the toilet, bro. Sir, please, I begged, deferring to this kid in act of desperation. I have to go to the bathroom. You can follow me into the stall if you need to, but I had some really bad Haribo sugar-free gummy bear. What? He's going to... The agent from the, airport is going to hear your story about needing to go toilet after eating sugar gummy bears, and then he's like, "Ah, man, I got you. Let me dap you up, man. Take one for the team, We'll get you there right now. We'll give you 5 bodyguards. Like, it's all gonna work out, okay? Trust. Where is it? Not much left. Alright, let's go. And we've reached the time mark of the last episode as of at least recording. So let's go. And now I feel like, but they start listening and smirk to each other. 2 of the other agents, a tall, dark-haired female and a shorter, balding fat man. Ain't no balding fat man a agent. I'm telling you now, you ain't never watched a movie. Looked away from me, and I could see them shaking a little bit as they stifled? What the flip is that? Their laughs. Sir, face the wall, put your hands on the desks, and hold on. What? What? Read at your own risk. The young agent stated, a lopsided grin on his face, but I began to protest, and then, with a fresh shock of pain, forced me to stop and lean on the table for support as an wait. Yeah, okay, he's describing the sounds again. Stop. I turned to face the wall and heard a meek, childlike voice pleading from somewhere in the room. Please, it said. Then again, please. What are we reading? From somewhere within me, my mind recognizes sound had issues from me. Oh, wait, small child man has issues with you. Is that what you're saying? Although my consciousness had now begun to separate my body I'll separate from your body, of course. Your just mind, your consciousness goes. I held my breath and prayed for strength. Alright, fair enough. He probably has some drugs or something up there that opened up. What? They're checking his pants for drugs, apparently. No wonder someone wanted me to read this. I thought this was nice. Oh, what is this? Please God, please God, please God. Okay, bro is forgetting what the spacebar is, you know. Apparently the spacebar, you know, just scrolls down. Look, it scrolls down for me for some reason. Like, all I'm clicking is space. Watch this. Okay, other hand here. Shouldn't be happening, bro. What if I hold it? Oh, if I hold it, it just does it anyway. Whoa. Can I hold it and click the up button for up? No. If I just hold up and down it. What is it doing? Okay, we're almost done. My focus completely narrowed now to spot on the wall 2 feet in front of me a curious imperfection in what seemed to be the whitewashed stone wall. It was a dark blotch of about 5 millimeters long, shaped like a smiling bear. How small is that smiling bear? What millimeter? That's like small. Wow, did you notice that? A yellow dancing bear, no a green bear, no red. It was all the colors of the rainbow. It was beautiful. Okay, bro is tripping. Bro has definitely got that crack now. Just took something as simple as a slight breeze to trigger Armageddon. Okay, that's all. No trumpets, no fanfare, no fire raining from the heavens, no dogs, no cats living together in harmony, no finger on the button, no prophet to predict. What is he talking about? My mouth. A grape with a sound like an extra. Okay, we're almost done. We got just this last bit left. With a sound like an extra large plastic ketchup bottle being run over by a Mack truck, and it released. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Bro's taking one for the team. The pressure of the blast pushed me hard into the. No way. That's not how science works. As they scraped across the legs of the desk reaches are scraped across the floor. Should be bolted in, right? Okay, a lot of this I have to cut out because I can't put this on the channel. But we're gonna hopefully, well, not cut out. I mean, you can read it if you want. I'm gonna leave it on the screen, and I'm not gonna cut it out from there. If you really want to go and find it yourself, but I'm not gonna say it out loud. Okay. Anyway, sobbing uncontrollably, imploring to make it stop. Okay, that's a woman saying that, by the way. And my own ecstatic monotone wail. Okay, bro is really trying not to make it worse, I think. I don't know. When my ordeal had eventually run its course, I was left panting for breath and wobbly-legged, half crying, half laughing with relief, barely lucid, and feeling as if I had birthed an elephant. What? With great relief, I slowly pulled myself off the table, bro. How do you pull off something? It's like me trying to do like a pull-up, but then I just go like this. Like, what the... Slowly turned my head to survey the devastation, and in that instant, if I had a pencil or some other sharp object, I probably would have, he probably would have killed himself. I immediately stopped breathing through my nose, but the taste was to remain in the back of my throat for months to come. How does a taste go in the... You know what? Anyway, the young agent that had taken the brunt of the foul witch's brew, that's a good word for it, and at first I couldn't process what I was seeing. I thought somehow the young blonde kid had been spirited away and replaced by a brown golem or ATV rider that had spent the better part of the day driving through the... What is he talking about? After it was done, what? Needless to say, I missed my flight. In fact, the next week is a blur. I have vague recollection. Bro, no way, he has amnesia from the flipping gummy bears. That did not happen. All of my clothes were incarcerated in the hospital's how do I say it? Crematorium? The cremation place. And the soiled bag of Haribo gummy bears with Haribo sugar-free gummy bears was never recovered. This is my story. It is inconceivable to think that it was a very bad story because it was too long. You know, it took an entire video to read this one flipping story, but anyway, it is inconceivable to think that this kind of product can be sold legally and can be misrepresented as food. Fair enough. I mean, what is it? But as for the families of the survivors and the survivors themselves, they will forever live with the trauma of the events of the people at the airport, right? Oh, right. 30,338 people found this helpful. Yeah, it was helpful. No, I'm not creating an account. What? Alright, anyway, that's the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, I did not make you subscribe yet. So make sure to hit subscribe. Nah, I actually did when I told you to join the Discord. Make sure to join the Discord. Just reminding you. I think I put it in the description. I always put it in the description now. That's it. I think I should just have like a description that I copy and paste into my videos, and then I can just adjust it every so often. If you guys think that's a good idea, make sure to drop that in the comments. As always, this has been an underscore video. If you have more requests, then make sure to send them to me on the Discord. See ya!